What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm at another gun store. I am at Elk County Ammo and Arms in St. Mary's, Pennsylvania. Okay, this gun store is about 2 hours north of Pittsburgh. Okay, it's about an hour and a half from my house. This is one of my favorite gun shops. Okay, I really think it's underrated. A lot of other gun stores in Pennsylvania claim to be the largest, and certainly they deserve the recognition because there are some really nice gun shops in PA. But this is one I don't think gets enough credit. It is sort of unheard of, I guess, by a lot of people. A lot of people don't know about it. But I've been coming here for quite a few years now. And honestly, guys, I drive the hour and a half to get up here just to see their inventory inside. So we're going to take a look here inside. Before we start the tour, obviously like and subscribe if you can. That would really be greatly appreciated by myself. And also drop a comment down below if you guys like this style of video. I'm going to try to do more in the future of local gun shops, so drop a comment down below with your favorite gun store, and I'll see if I can make it there and do a video of your local gun shop. Okay, all right, so here's your business hours. I'm just going to go ahead just like I did in the last video. By the way, if you didn't see it, check out my last video at Mahoning Valley Milling Company in Punxsutawney. That's my local gun shop. But again, today we are at Elk County Ammo and Arms in St. Mary's, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and take a walk in here. I've talked with the owner and the employees, and they're all good with me coming in. So you're gonna see a lot of inventory in here, okay? All right, so as soon as we walk in here, over to the right, we're gonna see a lot of guns behind the counter. We're gonna see a lot of ammunition. Here we've got like our youth rifles, or I guess even smaller than youth, like for really little guys and girls. Like the last video, I'm gonna have to talk about guns that I want to get my son. How about that little youth model Mosin Nagant? That's pretty sweet, right? But lots of ammo there in the background, or I'm sorry, in the bottom. Here we've got some side-by-side shotguns. Okay, lots to choose from there. Sure exactly what that one is. Looks like a Remington. That's pretty sweet. Guys, they've really got a lot of guns here to look at, so this video might take a little while. You also see all of the different ammo there behind the counter. Okay, I'm gonna stick with the long guns up top here for now. Lots of bolt guns to choose from. Looks like we've got all kinds from Tikas to looks like Frankies and Weatherbees and Mossbergs, Remingtons, Brownings, pretty much everything you can think of. Winchesters, there's, I believe that's a yeah, it's a Winchester Model 70 there, like the one with the, I think if I remember, that's like the curly maple stock or something like that. I've always liked that light colored stock. And yeah, plenty of bolt guns there. Got some lever guns up there. Got a Thompson. Too bad that thing's not full auto. That'd be pretty sweet. But we got some old lever guns up there. Okay. One thing I've always loved about this store is they a lot of times will have the guns out for you to look at, especially more popular guns, so you don't have to really wait. Although the employees here are obviously very nice, but it's nice when you don't really have to bother anybody. You can go ahead and look at the guns that are already sitting on the counter. In this case, probably about the most popular new bolt gun is the Ruger American Gen 2. These are great guns. The Gen 1s, I think, were perfectly fine guns, and the Gen 2s were just great upgrades, okay? Here we got a 783 there. Back up here, we've got all kinds of shotguns. Muzzleloaders over there to the right. Guys, there's so much here to film. Like I said, it's going to take a while. Here's some used guns. This looks like a 3040 Kreg. No, it's a Spring. Yeah, it is a Kreg model. That's awesome right there. My grandpa on my mom's side actually had one of these. It was kind of like the family heirloom. Really cool guns in my opinion. They've got other ones here. Lots to choose from. Mossberg MVP. I've never really used the Mossberg bolt guns. If you guys have any experience with them, let me know how they are. Curious to find out. Again, lots of used guns there. We've got lots of holsters here. Big selection of holsters. I believe there's even more around the corner. I could be wrong. But again, I'm just going to go back through here. Again, this is just the first corner, guys, okay? So, lots of long guns up top, and then we're going to look at the pistols down here, and then I'll try to work my way back around. It's almost overwhelming how many guns are here to look at, okay? Lots of 1911s. My favorite one here so far I've seen is that Colt Delta Elite 10mm. Great guns. Need to get my hands on one of those someday. You guys are going to make fun of me in this video because you'll hear me say probably 100 times all the different guns that I need to buy. Got your Derringers. Looks like these are all 22 handguns. Okay. Cool. Not really what I'm here for, but it's nice here. They've got it a lot of times. That it looks like they have everything sort of organized by brand, based off of my first look here. So we got a lot of Smith & Wessons here. Okay. Shield Plus. You guys might be seeing me do a review on that here pretty soon. Yeah. One of my favorites back there, the M&P Metal series. Those are really cool guns. Okay. And then up on the middle shelf there, we've got some Hellcats, Hellcat Pro. That FDE Hellcat, I think that's just a beautiful gun. More Springfields there on the middle row. Up top, we've got some Rugers. If you're somebody on a budget, you can't beat the Ruger Max 9. I mean, I can't believe how cheap they're selling it for now. Same thing with the, move this out of the way. Same thing with the LCP Max. We've actually got 2 of those because they're so cheap, but they're very reliable guns. Moving over here, we got some HKs. Nice. Okay, I like this one here, the VP9. I'm a sucker for the flat dark earth and the OD green. I get tired of black all the time. This store also has a lot of Cerakote jobs I've seen in the past. They seem to get a lot of guns in here that are very unique. So that's kind of cool. Walther. There, looks pretty nice as well. Get some customers here. I'll get out of their way, but got our CZs up top. I got a buddy that's just crazy about CZ. And they are very nice guns, there's no doubt. Alright, in this case here, looks like we got quite a few imports. Tauruses, got some EAA, some Glock clones. Sort of a good variety here in this case. Browning high power. Pretty sweet gun. I don't think I've actually ever got my hands on one of those before. Not Browning high power, but you know what I'm talking about. The Springfield. The SA-35, I think they call it. Canics. A lot of people like the Canics. Personally, I have never really messed with them much, but they seem like they're good enough guns. Got your little mini 1911s here. Got some Kimbers. Okay. Moving over here, we got the Glocks. Like I said, there's a lot of custom ones here, which is kind of cool. You get to see guns here that you wouldn't see in normal places. And lots of Glocks here, so you know, you got your Gen 4s and Gen 5s and Gen 3s here still, so if you're looking for one, hit up Elk County Ammo and Arms. They still have quite a few in stock. Never seen that one before. I mean, oh, it's a Glock 20, what is it, Glock 28, I think, the 380. I've never seen one in the full FDE like that. That's kind of cool. Again, I'm a sucker for those different colors. I get tired of black, but oh, nice. We got that. Very nice selection of Glocks there. We've got suppressors down here. Good selection of suppressors. Okay. Okay. Looks like we have some from Surefire. I think I saw some from Ruger, Dead Air, Banish, AAC. Got some more bolt guns there in the back. Okay. Got your Ruger Americans over there. Like I said, guys, there's so many guns here. It's hard for me to even showcase all of them, but it's just cool to see. Here's all your pistol ammo back here, or at least most of it. I think they have more in other places, but that's usually where I would get it from. Got some safes here. Okay, more long guns up here. We got a mixture of 22s, Henrys. Let me start getting back into the shotguns again. My favorite, the Mossbergs. I don't know why, but I'm just a Mossberg guy. Nothing wrong with the Remingtons. The Remingtons are great guns too. You saw in my last video, I was kind of drooling over a Remington 870 Wingmaster 20 gauge, but I still, if I was buying a new one, I personally would just buy a Mossberg. I like them a little bit better. But looks like we're getting into some used ones over here. Oh boy, look at this. I need this one. This is a Winchester Model 12 16 gauge. I've got a double barrel 16 gauge that I hunt pheasants with. This thing is sweet. I would love to have that gun. Very lightweight. 16 gauge is just my favorite shotgun caliber for bird hunting and whatnot. Okay. So yeah, there we got some more used guns. Here's the other holsters I was talking about. Okay. I don't know that I've ever really heard of these ones. Tagua or Tagua. Not sure how to pronounce that, but they look like quality leather holsters. You got your Blackhawks. You got some pepper spray, stun gun, that type of stuff. Scope caps. Looks like 22 ammo. Bunch of ammo here. 12 gauge. We're going to move over to this side of the store now. And this is just the top level. We got a whole nother level to go over here, guys. So, got lots of binoculars. We got Vortex. I think there's Burris. Pretty sure they had some loopholes here somewhere, but very nice selection there. This is great here. They got a great selection of EOTechs, magnifiers, holographic sights. Moving down, they've got a lot of Vortex, red dots, all kinds of red dots, pistol mounted red dots as well. Loopholds, Vortex, Burris. Let's see what else is in there. Holosuns down here. I don't get to see Holosuns very often in my local stores, so that's pretty cool to see your huge selection there for a local shop on red dots and holographic sights. Same thing with scopes, with magnified scopes. We've got plenty of mostly Vortex and Loophole, which in my opinion, those are your best two brands for most people. Obviously, there's higher end brands that are much better, but for most people around here, those are your good enough brands in my opinion. But they've also got some Burris's. It looks like these are Hawk optics. I actually have a Hawk red dot. It's been perfectly fine. I have that on my 1022. Over here we've got crossbows. Okay, they've got 10-point crossbows. I'm not much into crossbows myself, but lots of people are nowadays. Obviously, they're huge here in Pennsylvania for archery season. So if you're into crossbows, this is a great place to come look. Got lots of broadheads, other hunting equipment. Got a few hunting clothes here. I'm not sure where it's at, but they used to have Sitka gear here. I'm going to see if they still have it, but I used to always come here to look for clothing. More hunting supplies here. I'm not really going to go too much into those ones. I don't waste too much time on that. But they do have fishing supplies, which up here in north central or northwestern PA, whatever you want to call it, we've got some of the best trout fishing in the world. Okay, I'm not going to give away any secret spots, obviously, but This is great because a lot of people coming up here are definitely going to be into fishing, okay? So they got reels and everything, they got poles. But again, I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because most of you are probably looking for guns, right? Spotting scope there. Now, they recently changed things around a little bit. I used to call this the AR room. They used to have like all their tactical guns in here, but I guess they have them down in the bottom now, so we'll see them here in a little bit. Now this is all their muzzle loaders, so they got flintlocks. I guess sort of I would call it their traditional room now. And plenty of muzzle loading supplies here. You get your build kits and everything. They also have trapping stuff here down on the bottom. Lots of traps. Pretty cool case here with your little cannon models, your black powder revolvers, and dueling pistols. A lot of people in my last video were asking about muzzleloader supplies, so this would be a great place. This little cannon, that's pretty sweet. It's a great place to come if you're looking for muzzleloader supplies. Alright, so I said 100 times, but this inventory here is just beyond belief. We're actually going to be heading downstairs now. As you see, the sign says there they have 2 floors of firearms, and we'll be checking them out. We'll take a walk down here, and I'll go over this way first. Here's all the targets, all the different options they have there for shooting targets. Sorry, I'm trying to find my way around the store here. Steel targets, paper targets, all that good stuff. And over here, one of my favorite sections, Streamlights. Streamlight is my favorite light brand, obviously. You'll see those in a lot of my other videos. And they've got a good selection of flashlights here for you. Sorry if I'm moving the camera too fast. Got more hunting supplies here, some backpacks. Over here's what I was looking for. These are the Sitka gear. Right now, it looks like they have 40% off all of the in-stock Sitka gear, so they're probably trying to get rid of some. And I know it's super expensive, but I've always had great luck with my Sitka stuff. I have a ton of it because I am a pretty big hunter. Before the baby, I was hunting literally every day from October 1st until probably Christmas time. So investing in good gear made sense for me. They've got a little selection of concealed carry bags here, purses, and sort of like a crossbody. Those are made by Jesse James. Bunch of slings here. The claw, that's my favorite one for just hunting rifles. Honestly, it's you know, $30 and works perfectly fine. Gun storage, we got cases, we've got ammo cases, all that kind of good stuff. Got a little bit of reloading supplies back here, powder and bullets. Here's sort of a view of the bottom from the corner, the back corner. Here we go back into the guns. Like I said, they have 2 floors of firearms. And they've got lots of shotguns down here. Like I said, I'm a sucker for Mossbergs. This is probably my favorite Mossberg of all time. The, I don't know if it's the 590 or the 500 retrograde. 12 gauge. That one is the 500 retro. That's just a sweet looking gun. My opinion, that's like the epitome of a truck gun or a home defense gun. Here in Pennsylvania, though, we're not allowed to have the tube loaded in the vehicle, so kind of makes it a little bit difficult to use that for a truck gun. You'd have to reload the whole thing. We got some 1022s over here. 1022 takedown. Talk about truck guns. It's another great truck gun right there. We've got some little mini shotguns for little kids. Speaking of little kids, my son's over there making noise. He loves the gun shops. Like I said, lots and lots and lots of inventory here. I know I keep saying that, but it really is truly amazing. Another one of my favorite Mossbergs is the Thunder Ranch model. Is it the 930 semi-auto 12 gauge? I think it has a fiber optic bead on it. Sweet gun. Inspired by Clint Smith from Thunder Ranch. If you're on YouTube a lot, you'll know who that is. Whoops. Backing up into things here. We got our Stogers down here at the bottom. I actually have a Stoger coach gun. Love that thing. But Benelli's. If you're talking about shotguns, Benelli is really the way to go if you've got money, right? If you're looking for the best of the best, in my opinion, you're probably talking about Benelli's, okay? So they got lots of hunting shotguns here made by Benelli. Got a couple Berettas, the A300 and then the 1301. Great guns there as well, a little bit cheaper than Benelli's, but for very, very good quality as well. Tons and tons and tons of shotguns here, guys. If you're a bird hunter, this is the place to come. These little double barrels, Mossbergs. You got TriStars. I think these are Stogers. Yeah, there's the Stoger Condor. Cool gun here, the Stoger Double Defender. Don't really know if it's the most practical home defense gun, but certainly would do the job. And if nothing else, it's just pretty darn cool. Okay, so then we've got a lot more long guns there in the back. Here we're getting into revolvers. Got some made by Cimarron, Uberti. These are your old school things. This is like what my dad would like to see. There's a Ruger Vaquero. My dad actually has that exact one, but in 357. Really good collection of revolvers. Okay, and again, these are just the old school ones. Moving over here, we've got even more. Got some made by Taylors. Some made by, let's see who else. Now, those are mostly all Taylors. But these are sweet guns, guys. Here we go. Here's our Rugers, Blackhawks, Wranglers, 22s. Some Derringers up there. This is always my wife's favorite right here, is the 22 mag Pug. Okay. She just likes the small guns, but... And when down here we've got the opposite. We've got some Desert Eagles made by Magnum Research. Got a bunch more ammo down here. We've got buckets of ammo, literally. Boxes and boxes and boxes forever, okay? Plenty of ammo, plenty of guns in stock. As I said, let's take a walk over here. Look at some of these. I don't know if these are used guns or these are, it looks like these are all new. Oh, here we go. We got the AKs. This is my favorite AK. Zastava Z-Pep M70. I actually bought one from this store. I've recently sold it, but tremendous guns right here. If I were to buy another AK, I would certainly be buying one. I think I'd get one with wood furniture. There's a Sentry Vishka. Pretty sweet looking gun as well. I love AKs, guys. They're so cool. The only thing is, I have a bunch of other ARs, and so it just kind of didn't really fit my system very well, so I got rid of that. And another thing, like I said before, really cool, you can look at all these guns without having to ask people, because, you know, it's nice to be able to just roam about freely and not have to bother people to look at stuff. DSA This is like the Rhodesian Camo FAL. This is the thing. Like, I don't think I've ever actually seen this gun in person or got to look at it. And here it is on the shelf. So very cool to be able to see all that stuff. Chris Vector. Now, this is the rifled version, which I think is kind of silly. If this was a suppressor, it'd be pretty cool. But still, I mean, that's a sweet gun. Guys, this is stuff you don't usually see in the gun stores. Or at least not in a little small gun shop like this. Got your PTR 308. I even have to look at the tags because I can't even remember the titles or the model numbers on all these different guns they have. Okay. By the way, guys, this store does have a website, so if you want to see what they have in stock before you come here, that's a great thing. Or obviously you can call them. Down here we got some different gun accessories. M1As. Looks like this is, I think, a California model. But either way, these things are sweet. This is a gun I've wanted since I was probably 12. And I've still never bought one. I don't know why. Honestly, I should sell like 5 other guns and just buy one because I want them so bad. These M1As are awesome. Same with the 1022, the Mini 14. Pretty sweet, right? Okay, and then they've got some more German style guns there. Move over this way. See what's on the other side. We've got all of our ARs. Okay. Stag arms. H&K right there. Let's see, this is another one. First time I think I've ever got a chance to hold an HK AR. And pretty sweet. That's a nice looking gun. I don't know what this is. American Defense. Never actually heard of that one. 2300. Well, that's probably why. But oh man, that thing is lightweight. I'll have to check them out. American Defense AR. Sweet gun. A Geisley. Man, it's crazy they even have these out for normal people like me to look at. Okay. This costs more than some cars I've bought. But it's awesome, right? To be able to come to a store like this and just handle all these different firearms is just great. So you got your Geisley ARs. What else we got? We got a Colt 6920. Talk about the OG. I got one of them at home. What else we got? Sons of Liberty, Black Rain. There we go. We're starting to get into our normal person ARs. Ruger AR 5.56. Nothing wrong with that for most Americans. Obviously nothing wrong with those other ones either. If I had the money, I'd be buying the other ones, but there's nothing wrong with these ones. What we got here is Saint Edge. That is unique. I don't know that I've ever seen that in person or even online. You hear my son over there laughing. Okay, we got our M&Ps here. These are 22s. Here's the M&P Sport right here. And another great thing is you get to see some of these mounted with optics on them already. So one thing I'll do a lot is I'll come here and I'll check out the optics and whatnot, figure out what I like and what I don't like. Here's what every American needs. Flamethrower. Such a cool store, guys. Look at all the ammo they have there. I mean, most stores I go to do not have anywhere near this amount of ammo, right? Just laying around in the basement, basically. All right, we got some lever guns here. These are probably, really what's kind of crazy is they're more popular now than they were 20 years ago. all kinds of, what do we got? We got Henrys, we got Ubertis. I think I saw Marlin somewhere. We have all kinds of different models there. And then we got double barrel shotguns. These are all used pistols here, right?
Yeah, correct.
So we got a lot of used handguns here. And like I said before, great thing about this store is they put everything out there for you to be able to grab, right? So obviously if I'm looking for a used gun, I want to feel it before I buy it. I want to look at it. So here you don't even have to go through the whole process of asking the employees, which, like I said, they're very nice employees, but it's nice to be able to get a grip on the guns without really having to bother anybody. That's the Kimber. That looks like, yeah, it's the R7 Maka. It's the first time I've actually held that one. Pretty nice gun. A little bigger than I thought it was. They got a case here of Boker knives. Real nice. Got a bunch more knives down there in the bottom case. Looks like SOG and all kinds of different Gerbers. Here we go. Here's the revolvers now. One of my favorite new guns, the Smith & Wesson mountain gun there in 357. Sweet revolvers. All kinds of Smith & Wessons. We got some Charters, Colts, Pythons, Anacondas. A lot to choose from here. This is one, the model 327 PD, I think it is. They used to make that one in a 4-inch barrel. I have no idea why they quit making it, because it was awesome. But now I think they just have the 44 Magnum in the 4-inch barrel, which is a little bit much for a scandium frame. But all right, and then we got some more magazines. We got some more ammo here. Just boxes upon boxes of ammo, but we got more, like I said, magazines. Magpul accessories over here. AK mags. Grenades. Okay. And from what I can tell, I think I pretty much covered most of the store now. And like I said, 2 levels of firearms. Really cool that they put everything out here for you so you can touch it, right, and see it without having to bother people. Good prices, and just generally speaking, the inventory here is just through the roof, okay? You're not going to find very many local gun shops with this much inventory that aren't your big box stores. So check them out. Come up to St. Mary's, Pennsylvania. Also, like I said, Punxsutawney, PA, Mahoning Valley Milling. All these gun stores, my plan is to do videos touring some of these different shops if you guys like to see this stuff. And, you know, maybe someday I'll do a whole road trip of just gun stores. So, all right, guys, so I'm back outside of the store. I think I pretty much got all the inventory. You know, looking at this store from the side literally just looks like a black building siding. But really great store. The sun's getting a little tired there, my son. So we're heading out, but great inventory, great prices, really friendly employees in my experience. They were great to us today. Not everybody wants to see some small YouTuber coming in there and taking a video in their store. So big shout out to them for being very receptive and gracious hosts. And, you know, like I said, come check them out. There's lots of great gun shops here in Western Pennsylvania. And as always, like and subscribe and keep blasting.